Well, I've never been in a place like this before in my life.
There's always a first time.
Now, what happens if we can't get out at the other end?
Look, I know. I've been up there by myself. There's nothing to be afraid of.
That's what you say.
Look, it lets out in the laboratory. Now, come on, we gotta go so we can see where Renfield's taking Kelly Louise. Come on.
Wait, I was just thinking. You know, since you took the baby up there and nothing's happened, what are you so worried about?
If you were a mother, you'd understand.
Well, I hope I live long enough to be one someday.
Come on, come on.
Honey, someone was obviously in the house while we were out. I'm sure that's how Todd Jr.'s photograph ended up in the fire.
Who could it have been, Ross?
I don't know, but I was just up in the master bedroom, and our clothes are thrown all over the place, along with some of my papers, your sketch pads. They've gone through everything, and whoever did it went through the Hempstead's clothing as well. I mean, it's scattered all over the floor, all over the dresser. The whole damn place is a mess.
Did you find the silver frame that I bought in Seattle to put this picture in?
No, I didn't, but you have to remember that frame, it was sterling silver. It's worth some money. Maybe that's why they took the photograph. I don't know what we're dealing with here. I don't know if it's burglars or just a bunch of kids who are out to vandalize something, but I intend to find out.
Who are you going to call?
Well, eventually I'm going to call the local authorities, but right now I'm going to call the Hempsteads first and tell them what happened. They'll be able to tell me what to look around for. Maybe something valuable was taken.
I hate that this happened here, Rose. I've always felt so safe here.
I've never been so happy to get out of any place in my life except maybe that attic.
You're safe now.
Well, I can't believe that you went up there all alone that night.
Well, what?
Can you see anything?
Well, it's just an empty hallway.
Maybe there's another passageway that we don't know about, and that's how we...
I just saw Renfield carrying Kelly Louise down the hall.
Now what?
Well, we'll wait a few seconds, and then we'll follow her.
I think I'll wait here.
No, you don't.
I just remembered something awful.
What?
I helped you by telling Fritz that I'll make it up to him sometime. And Nola, I can tell by the look in his eyes what he has in his mind. And there's no way he's gonna collect.
Just remember, Gracie, you can always run faster than Fritz. Now, come on. Okay, the coast is clear.
And now, the award-winning Guiding Light.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Jennifer, I was wondering if I could get your opinion on something.
Of course. What is it?
Well, I have some business I've been trying to get to all day, and I was wondering what you thought Amanda's reaction would be if I asked her for a couple of hours off.
Oh, I don't think you'd meet with much resistance. I can't guarantee it, but she's been in a pretty good mood today. Has been for the last few weeks.
Really? Can I assume she found out who bought up Diane Ballard's stock?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. That's still a big concern, but she has taken care of some personal problems that were bothering her, and I think the pressure is off.
Ah, something to do with the divorce, then. I know she was going to court on that this morning.
Now, how did you find out about that? Amanda's been trying to keep that quiet. She doesn't like bringing her personal problems into the office.
Well, I happened to be wandering by the steno pool today, and I overheard overheard Vanessa telling 5 or 6 secretaries that Amanda was going to court today on her divorce.
I wish that surprised me, but it doesn't. Actually, yes. That's one of Vanessa's rumors that happens to be true.
Well, I'm glad it's going to be over for her, at least. I guess anybody who gets married these days also runs the risk of getting divorced sometime down the road.
You know, that's a pretty cynical point of view for somebody your age.
That's exactly what Morgan said to me when I was talking to her about it a couple days ago. By the way, has she heard anything more from that photographer in New York?
I just talked to her about a half hour ago. Her proofs had arrived. Then she was on her way to the hospital to catch Kelly and get his opinion.
Well, great. I should see her there then. I have to stop by Cedars as well, if Amanda lets me go, that is.
You're not suffering any after effects from that fight, are you?
No physical after effects, luckily. Anyway, I better go find Amanda. Thanks for the advance word on her mood.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, Josh.
Mark, how you doing?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
May I join you if I promise to study my own notes and not distract you?
I'd love it, but only if you promise to talk and not study. Frankly, my mind's a blur, trying to sift through all these facts and figures that Amanda insists on being current on.
Okay, conversation only. As a matter of fact, I'm suffering from the same problem with all the information I'm trying to cram into my brain before I leave for London tomorrow.
Oh, London. I envy you that trip. London's always been a place I've wanted to visit.
I think you and London would get along famously.
Oh, why do you say that?
Well, because London has both beauty and an unshakable dignity. And I think the same can be said of you, Mrs. Richards.
Well, thank you. It's a nice compliment.
You know that's the second time I've seen you blush.
And both times you've been the cause of it.
Your trip to London is going to be canceled if McCord finds us up here spying on Renfield.
Gracie. Now, I have every right to be up here. Mrs. Renfield's carrying my baby all around this house. Besides, Mr. McCord's out of the house, and he'll never know we were here.
Okay. But now what?
I don't know. We checked every room in this house. I don't know. Well, can't figure out what she's talking about by these special rooms on the 3rd floor.
Look, why don't we just go back to the library? Maybe Kelly Louise is safe and sound in her bathroom.
Come on, Gracie.
Look, I am scared to death that Renfield is going to pop out of one of these doors and find
Gracie,
us.
will you use your head? We checked every room on this... I think I hear something.
There goes London.
No way. No way.
Wow. I thought these things were covering a window or something. I cannot believe this. Now, why would somebody have curtains hanging in the middle of
I
the wall?
don't know, Gracie. I tell you, they're weird in here.
Now what?
I don't know.
Doesn't my little princess love being in here? Yes, you do. You look just like a little princess in that gown that I made for you. I think you will love being in our special secret room with Freddie. Don't you, my little doll? Here's the little doll you love so much.
Gracie, I think we found the door to the special room.
Morgan, these are fantastic. All of them. I mean, how many do we get to pick?
Well, you get to pick about 24 of them, Mr. French said in the note. And then Mr. Brisson picks some, and then we get 15 altogether to have fun.
Oh, wow, that's terrific.
You know, I had no idea that the proofs were going to be so little, so I had to get out and, you know, buy you that magnifying glass so you could see them.
I'm really glad you did. But even so, I don't think I'm going to be much help. I mean, I've chosen everyone so far.
Well, some of them are awful.
What? No one has ever taken an awful picture of you, Morgan Nelson. You're flawless.
I think all those hours at the hospital have gotten to you, Dr. Nelson.
Oh. Hey, how come these are blown up over here?
Well, Mr. French said that those are the pictures that are a must. so we blew them up so we could get a real good look at them.
Oh, this one's really beautiful. And sexy, too.
Why sexy?
Oh, I don't know. It's just something about the expression and... I don't know. It just is.
You know, there's a special story behind that picture.
I'm not sure I want to hear it.
Oh, sure you do. See, Mr. French said that in order to get a really nice expression on your face, you had to think of something. So I thought of the day that I'm going to be able to tell you that I'm pregnant with our first child.
Hey, thanks. I mean, that makes me feel like maybe I was a part of the day after all.
Are you kidding? You were a very important part of that day. Very important. Every time I had to think of something to make me smile, I thought of something that had to do with you and our marriage. And then for this picture, Mr. French said he wanted something spectacular. So the only thing I could think of was having our first child and the day I'll be able to tell you that I'm pregnant. That's going to be the most special day of my whole life.
Haven't you two heard about Dr. Bauer's new rule about fraternizing in the building?
What rule?
Sorry to interrupt. And I promise I won't report you.
Yeah.
Morgan, these are wonderful.
Yeah. Look at these.
Thank you. Did you call Floyd after we dropped you off at your apartment?
Oh, yeah, I finally got in touch with him about 3 o'clock in the morning, Springfield time, after that conference call with Josh.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like true love to me.
Well, the best news of all is that he's going to be back the day after tomorrow. He's flying to Las Vegas tonight to hear the lounge act, I guess, of the Sour Grapes, and then he's going to fly back from there.
Great. Did you call Josh that night and tell him that you weren't going to meet him in his suite like he ordered?
No, I decided not to.
Good for you. I think that way Josh will finally realize that he can't order you around just because he's Floyd's manager.